Okay, so this video is going to be about chaos magic, and also in this video I'm going to talk about the man who loved chaos that I ran into on one occasion. Now, first of all, what is chaos magic? Well, it's the belief basically that you can change your experience or your reality that you're living in through performing different acts, manipulative or magical by nature. Uh, it doesn't matter, essentially. It just, you can basically change anything you want just by using your willpower. That's basically the same thing as the occult and magic in general. Now, chaos is defined as the thing responsible for the origin and continued action of events. So chaos is what keeps the world going, according to this view. Chaos magic claims that belief can be an active magical force. It emphasizes flexibility of belief and the ability to consciously choose one's beliefs, hoping to apply belief as a tool rather than a relatively unchanging part of one's personality. Various psychological techniques are employed in order to induce flexibility of belief. Other chaos magicians suggest that people need no belief in order to work magic. Now, what it's saying here is basically belief is a magical force and it is a tool and you can use it however you want. It doesn't matter. Um, but specifically, now that's kind of a contradiction because then it goes on to say that chaos magic is to be used to apply in order to induce flexibility of belief. So, if I don't believe, or if you don't believe the way I do, then I can use my belief to make you uh, think otherwise, make you believe the way that I do. Um, this is simply called psychological terrorism, or as Merrick put it, magical terrorism. This then leads us to the chief purpose of chaos magic. This is actually the very spirit behind chaos magic, and it is Discordianism. It's very interesting when you get into all this because there's a goddess called, well, her nickname is Discordia. She's a Greek goddess, and all she does is go around stirring up trouble and chaos. Now, Discordianism is different from that. It's not an old religion. It came out in the 50s, late 50s. And it says here, Discordianism is and is not a religion centered on the idea that chaos is all that there is and that disorder and order are both illusions that are imposed on chaos. These are referred to respectively as the eristic and anaristic illusions. It was founded, so like I said, in the late 50s by Malacalypse the Younger with the publication of its principal text, the Principia Discordia. Now, if you have read anything to do with Principia Discordia, all it is, it's the same spirit, the same thing as Flying Spaghetti Monster. I mean, that's like saying that Flying Spaghetti Monster is and is not a religion. You know, two things cannot be the same at one time. They either are or they aren't. So taking that, once again, you have to read Principia Discordia for yourself. I have not read it all the way through, but I made it to about page 10 and I stopped reading it because I realized, for me personally, it is a waste of time for me to be reading about how the gods fought at some sort of hot dog barbecue party I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste my time reading a parody. And that's what it is. I mean, this article makes it look like it may be and it may not be a religion. It's not a religion. It's a spin-off of a religion. Somebody's just trying to make fun of some other religion, and that's why they did this. They made up a religion. They woke up and they said, "Hey, let's do a parody religion and call it Discordianism." And it is. If you read Principia Discordia for yourself, you will discover and find this to be very true. Anyway, I want to mention my experience with this guy who loved chaos. For the longest time, I did not understand why this guy was switching around and contradicting himself consistently. And when I confront him on it, he'd either dodge the issue or try to say that I didn't know what I was talking about. I found out later when I found out the link that he had with chaos magic, I began to look into this chaos magic thing for myself, and I discovered that one of the things is that a sorcerer, and that's what this dude was, a sorcerer or magician, does not have to stick to one argument. He can switch around whenever he wants. And real simply, I got a reality check. Okay, look, this guy's doing this on purpose. It's not because he's trying to find out or get an answer to a question. He's posting these questions online so that he can create chaos if he sees an advantage to do so. And everybody else, and I said this in a different video response, everybody else was saying, oh, this guy had a rough life, you need to give him a break. But they failed to understand that his worldview teaches that unless there's chaos, the world is going to stop turning, basically. So this guy, his whole philosophy on life is creating chaos. His particular deity that he worshipped or that he followed was Hecate. Hecate's a Roman goddess. The crossroads, witches, and something else. I can't remember what, but she was known for chaos as well. Tricking. As a goddess expected to avert demons from the house or city over which she stood guard to protect the individual as she or he passed through dangerous liminal places, Hecate would naturally become known as a goddess who could also refuse to avert the demons or even drive them on against unfortunate individuals. Now you stop and think about that. This guy serves a goddess who could either help him out or turn against him. Once again, I guess in one sense, it doesn't make sense. But in the other sense, it does make sense because if you're a practitioner or follower of chaos, it makes perfect sense to follow an absolutely chaotic view. But my question is this. Does order come out from chaos? If I threw a bomb in a garage and it exploded, would more order result out of that chaos or more chaos? More scattered stuff? More disunity? More discord? You see what I'm getting at? This is absurd. It's an absurd religion. Okay? Point of view, rather. Not really a religion, but it's a point of view. To state that chaos is what keeps the world going is absolute nonsense. You either have order or you have chaos. They're not illusions. Order's not an illusion. For people who like to put their room in order, you go in their room and it looks nice. You can't tell me that's chaos when everything has its place. That's order, not chaos. And you need to re-examine your point of view if you believe in chaos magic.